Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, Nepco, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
Here's a three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three and a big time moment.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside, stolen, picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the Oregon Davis Bobcats host the Culver Cavaliers. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, is our sports analyst, Justin Ruff. Courtside is our sideline reporter, Gabby Kraus. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. Welcome you to the beautiful Bobcat Den of Hamlet, Indiana. 4, 6, 5, 3, 2. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for our 24th basketball broadcast of the season, the number of Kobe. We have seen both the Bobcats of Oregon Davis and the Cavs of Culver, as well as speaking with both head coaches on the Saturday Sports Line, of course. But when we look at the Bobcats of Oregon Davis, head coach Larry Sinnert is in his 5th year leading the boys program. The Bobcats started their year off against Triton and fell 56-43. They then took on DeMont Christian on the road and lost 57-32. Then they hosted North Judson St. Pierre and fell 59-33. On December 2nd, we saw them host Morgan Township and fall 73-44. Then they traveled to New Prairie and lost 53-45. They took on Marquette Catholic and fell 54-23. We were there for that night as well, unfortunately. Then they unfortunately lost to Tri Township in a tight one. We followed them there at the historic Tiger Den. Boy, did it go down to the wire, 47-46. You may remember that ending where Blaine Rust of Tri Township fades away 16 feet in the far corner. Foul is called. Less than 4 or 5 seconds to go, and they had to do a half-court heave to try to win. The Bobcats unfortunately fell. Probably one of my more favorite, probably if not my favorite broadcast right now this season was that tough loss for the Bobcats at 47-46. They picked up their first win of the season, though, over Wheeler. 55-50 was the final as they won. They followed that up with another win over West Central, 56-48. They then hosted South Bend Clay and unfortunately lost 72-40. Their last matchup came against Triton on the road, where they fell 56-25. The Bobcats come into tonight's contest at 2-9 on the year. Leading the Bobcats in the scoring department is Carson Matthew, averaging 14.8 points per game. Right behind him is Ethan Hewitt. He's averaging 7.4, and rounding out the top three is Cashton Swanson and DJ Garland, both averaging 5.8 per game. Cleaning the glass for the Bobcats, cleaning the glass for the Bobcats the most so far this season is Carson Matthew. He's averaging 5.7 boards per game, keeping that glass nice and sharp. Leading the team in steals is DJ Garland. He's averaging 1.5 snags per game, and then the team's assist leader is Connor Frazier, averaging 2.2 dimes per game. As a team, the Bobcats are averaging 40.1 points per game on offense, and their defense is allowing 56.8 per game. We turn now to our sports analyst this evening, Justin Ruff. Justin, we jump right into our first game of 3 in a row this week. Welcome back to the Bobcat Den, my friend.
Hey, I appreciate it, Mitch. I'm happy to be here. It's always fun. I say it every time I come here, but this gym is one of my favorites. Big time. It's a fun gym to play in.
Love the ceiling.
The ceiling's the best part.
The dome.
You
gotta love it,
yeah.
man.
Absolutely.
Well, we are set for a very good, we're getting ready for a big-time game. From the rundown I gave us on the Oregon Davis Bobcats, give us your thoughts here.
So I've seen Oregon Davis play a couple times, and I think the record kind of, you shouldn't really, base a season and a team off a record. I feel like they're better than 2-9.
Yeah. Maybe
because I've seen their best, and I feel like the hustle is what I like about this team. Is there's no quit on this team. I like it. I like him a lot, and that's what Larry Center does. That's what he's known for.
Yeah.
He brings the energy as well as the kids, and I feel like towards when we're getting towards the end of the season, if you just get the kids to buy in, I think I've said this before on this team, to keep believing in one another, they'll be fine. Especially going up against this school, Mitch. They're only 24 miles apart.
I know.
So
well,
I'm sure
you did that before you came in, didn't you?
I did some research, man. I did some research, but
did some Google Maps on that, Apple Maps.
I did, and because I was thinking, like, these schools, I'm sure they don't like each other.
Sure.
I'm wondering how far they are from each other. So yeah, I Googled it, and it was 24 miles away. So I'm sure there's some hatred there, some rivalry there, and I think that will bring more excitement here tonight in the Dome.
Well, we talked with head coach Larry Sinnert as well as head coach Kyle Evans of both teams right before the pregame interview. Before I started recording, Jay, I'll tell you this much. The first thing out of their mouths was, well, last year's matchup was pretty interesting. So from what I remember on talking on the Saturday Sports Line last year, I had to go back through the archives, and, boy, there were some electric moments of this matchup last year. That, of course, was at John R. Nelson Gymnasium in Culver. Now we fast forward to a year later, this time in the Bobcat Den. I am expecting some fireworks yet again tonight as we turn the page and see the visiting Culver Cavaliers. Head coach Kyle Evans is in his 4th year leading the boys program. The Cavs started their season at home against Rochester and fell 70-35 was the final. They then traveled to West Central and won 63-50. On December 1st, they hosted Lakeland Christian and won 61-31, then traveled to North Miami and won 78-63. Since that time, the Cavs have gone 3-4 through the last 7. The 3 wins came against Winnemac, Trinity Greenlawn, and Community Baptist during that span. Their last matchup against LaVille in the Everwise Bi-County tournament saw the Cavs fall 85-57. The Cavs come into tonight's contest at 6-5 on the year. Leading the Cavs in the scoring department is Jack Rogers, averaging 24 points per game. Right behind him is Adria Guasp, averaging 11.3 points per game, and rounding out the top 3 is David Hyde, averaging 11.1. Leading the team in rebounds, steals, and assists is Jack Rogers. He's pulling in 7.6 boards per game, 4.2 snags per game, and 4.9 assists per game. The Cavs as a whole are averaging 60.3 points per game, and their defense is allowing 58.5 points per game. Justin, the Cavs have been tested this season, but one thing is clear. Their leader is Jack Rogers. Just last week, he was named the Indiana Basketball Coaches Association Week 9 Player of the Week for District 1. I look for him to have a standout game tonight. What say you?
I absolutely agree. And my opinion on Jack Rogers, and I've said this off air to you, and I'll say it on air, that Jack Rogers, I'm predicting him to be the Hoosier North Conference MVP. Yeah. I mean, I think it's hands down. Of course, that's my personal opinion. If you just look at the stats, not just watch you can, just look at the stats. You named off some of them. I mean, like 24, 7, 4 and 4, almost 5, and the steals and assists. Yep. I mean, this kid can ball.
He's everywhere.
And then you watch him; he controls the game himself.
A demeanor.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not a weak individual.
No,
he's a very strong physical player, and that's why I feel like you can name a lot of people. I mean, you can name a few off the Hoosier North Conference that should. Quinn Bales from North Judson. His name should be out there, but I still believe that Jack Rogers is more dominant when it comes to all categories, and he deserves the MVP of this conference, Hoosier North.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Cavs have in store for us tonight, as well as the Bobcats of Oregon Davis. I'm glad you said Quinn Bales there at the last second.
Right.
Because, Quinn, we assumed he was going to be injured for quite some time. No, he came back quickly and played phenomenally this past Saturday. But, yeah, you're right. Between him and Jack Rogers, those are two individuals that stand out in my mind as well.
Right.
But, boy, it is going to be exciting tonight here in the Bobcat Den as we are expecting a great evening of IHSAA boys basketball action. We appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express. Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We certainly appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say no new injuries to report tonight, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. We turn now to our sideline reporter, Gabby Kraus. She's in the house tonight joining us, getting all the inside information courtside. Gabby, welcome back. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
We are hanging in there doing a fantastic broadcast here. We're glad you're a part of it. You get to do sideline reporting in your high school. How's that feel for you tonight?
It's good. I'm excited.
Yeah, talk about some of the guys on this team. You've seen them, I'm sure, throughout the season. Who are some big-time players for this Bobcat team we need to be prepared for this evening, in your opinion?
I think Carson Matthew is going to come out and he'll play a pretty good game. I mean, his past few games, he's been able to really pick it up and get some good points for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Cashton Swanson, you can't say enough about Cashton. Boy, when he gets the ball going, it's fun basketball to watch, isn't it, Gabby?
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely leads us and leader on the floor.
Well, Gabby, I appreciate you being here tonight. It should be a fun broadcast. Do the best you can down there on the sideline. How's the vibe right now? What are you seeing?
It's good. I mean, people are excited. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good game.
All right, well, that's our sideline reporter tonight, Gabby Kraus, courtside, getting all the inside information. Of course, she plays for the Oregon Davis Lady Cats. Have an opportunity for her to do some sideline reporting in her own high school. She knows all the guys. She knows the coaches. The coaches know her. This is just going to be great tonight, man.
It should be fun. And like you said earlier, that this is one of 3 for this week.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yes.
Better get your fill of us tonight.
I know, heck. By Friday, they're going to be like, oh, these guys again.
I know, right? Boy, I don't know how the hell hey, I figure if Harold lasted 57 years, I think we can do 3 days in a row.
You would think, Mitch. You would think.
Well, we invite you to stay tuned as we will hear from Kyle Evans of the Cavs and Larry Sennard of the Bobcats after the break in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach Kyle Evans of the Culver Cavaliers. Coach, looked at the schedule, 1 month left before it's time for sectionals. Do you like where the Cavs are at right now, in your opinion?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're sitting well record-wise for us. We've got guys that are still doing great things that they did at the beginning of the year, guys that are getting better. This is the stretch during the season when you start to wear out a bit. And whereas, we've been playing with a lot of pace, our challenge has been how do we manage that in practice to the point where we still want to play that way the last month of the season without dying out before sectional. So, we scaled back practice quite a bit as far as time on the floor, but we're still getting after it, still playing hard, and our guys are getting better every day.
Seems like the news coming out of Culver is Jack Rogers. What are some of the other things that you're seeing on this team that we need to know about besides Jack Rogers?
Well, I don't really want to talk about – I don't want anybody to talk about David Height because he's been so good. If they start talking about him, he might not be as good. But obviously David's been really good for us. He's had multiple games where he's scoring 18, 19, 20 points, and people forget about him. No one says a word about David, and then they look in the scorebook and see he scores 20. Let's just keep it that way. I'm happy, but we're getting a lot of really good production that aren't necessarily shown on points, but Jonas McEwen has stepped up, been really good at the guard spot. Logan Caudel's kind of stepped in for Ethan Binney at the center spot and then really battled down low as Ethan's battled some injuries with his elbow. Really overall, I think everybody on our team has shown spurts of being really good. Obviously, Adria and Caleb have shown spurts where they can just knock down shots at will. Jack gets a lot of credit. Jack doesn't have success without the other guys doing things well. If they don't do well, then we become a lot easier to guard. So, go ahead.
Message to Cav Nation here tonight who may be listening.
Hey, Sky, you might row the boat. Go Gophers.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
I'm here with head coach Larry Sinnert of the Oregon-Davis Bobcats. Coach, we come into tonight another one of our area teams in the Culver Cavaliers. What have you learned about them in looking at the film the last few days?
They're very explosive. They play hard defense. We call their defense chaos because you never know what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it. You know, they're going to trap. They're going to force you to pass the ball. They're going to try to get you to turn it over. You know, they're well coached. They're pretty disciplined. They've got some good kids. We know the Rogers kid's a load. I saw him play this summer a couple times. He, comes in averaging about 27 points per game, and they've got several people that go along with him, make him even better than he is, although he's a good player. So.
You look at the schedule right now, a month left before it's time for sectionals. Where you're at right now, do you like the style of play you're seeing from the Bobcats?
Yeah, the kids are playing hard. They're doing a lot of good things. I mean, we definitely want to continue to get better. But, we've had, like this week, we haven't been able to practice due to Mother Nature. We've got a lot of changes. My assistant coach is going to be coaching tonight. Must have been a storm at the last game or something. Not sure what happened, but we'll handle that. It'll all be good. It doesn't really affect the kids. They're ready to play. They're focused, and they want to win. It's last year we played them. It was a great game, very physical, very intense, and I would expect nothing but that tonight.
Message to Bobcat Nation who may be listening.
Keep cheering these boys on. They're going to get there. Slowly but surely, we're gaining. We're getting better, and I want to make them proud, and I want you to be proud of them in the process.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina. Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School boys basketball action, what are your keys to the game as a Culver Cavalier, Justin?
I say this a lot with opposing teams on the road, but you got to set the tone. You got to make sure that the crowd is not involved in this game, have higher energy than the home team, and really bring it right off the bat, especially in the first quarter.
All right, now flip sides. If you were the head coach of Oregon-Davis, what has to happen in order to get this win in the den?
I mean, you got to focus on Jack Rogers, of course. That's a big arrow with him. And also, Coach, he called it out in the beginning. Got to find a way to beat this chaos defense, the chaos press. Also, it causes issues. Got to make sure you be patient and beat that.
That's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park, with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Okay, time to chill, grab a Coke. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our KVB starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
Kankakee Valley RAMC is excited to announce that applications for their youth programs are now available. If you know a student in 6th grade or a junior in high school, encourage them to apply for Camp Kilowatt or Youth Tour to Washington, D.C. Our fun summer experiences are designed to ignite curiosity, foster leadership, and provide hands-on experiences. For high school seniors gearing up for college next fall, KVREMC is offering $8,000 in scholarships through the Operation Roundup program. Let KVREMC fuel your academic journey by providing the financial support you need. Are you ready to apply? The deadline is March 1st. Visit KVREMC.com to get started.
Puts up a floater. Oh my gosh! High off the glass.
Now it's time for the KVB starting lineups.
For the Bobcats of Oregon Davis in Hamlet, Indiana. Starting at point guard, we will see DJ Garland. The 2 guard is Ethan Hewitt. Starting small forward is Connor Frazier. At the 4 is Brady Danford, and at the 5 in the center position is Carson Matthew. For the Cavaliers of Culver, Indiana, starting at point guard is David Height. At the 2 guard is Jack Rogers. Starting small forward is Jonas McEwen. The power forward is Adria Guasp. At the center position is Logan Caudill. That is our KVB starting lineups. We're going to be back to get set for tip-off. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to KVB's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
From the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana, welcome to game number 24 of our Indiana high school basketball season between the Oregon Davis Bobcats and the Culver Cavaliers. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. Hey, don't forget, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WIMR will always be there too. Join the boss, Tony Ross, on Max 98.3 FM every day as well for even more content involving your area. Between WIMR and WKVI, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting has you covered. Hey, you can stay up to speed on local high school sports in your area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content 24/7, 365. You can also listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the PA announcer tonight in the Bobcat Den is Marvin McDaniel. The scoreboard operator is Brian Ernst. The scorekeeper is Robin Flutsop. Our officials for this evening are Zachary Silwa, Michael Collins, and Bob Schellinger. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, we are honored to have sports analyst Justin Ruff up here with me in the KVB booth. And courtside, we have our very own sideline reporter, Gabby Krause. Jay, we look around our other area teams. Big-time game going on tonight between the Tri-Township Lady Tigers and the South Central Lady Satellites. It's the PCC Championship game. Hey, it got postponed not once, not twice, but 3 times. They're finally going to get that game in tonight. The Tri-Township Lady Tigers 18-1 right now, going up against a 15-4 South Central Lady Satellite team. Set the table for us. What do you think is going to happen in that matchup?
Well, and first of all, they play tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
They also play later.
And then
this
Friday.
week.
Isn't that weird?
It's going to be. They're going to see a lot of each other. And
yes, they
now,
are.
I have a flip of a coin. Anything can happen. Both teams are very good. They're very competitive. With Tri-Township, or they're both really well coached too.
Yeah.
If I might add. But with Tri-Township, they've only lost one team to Washington Township, and they had a redemption last week on them.
Yep.
So again, it's going to be a very exciting game to see who ends up and who brings home the trophy.
Oh, man.
Right? It's going to be, it's always fun to have that trophy right before sectional play. It's just, nothing is better than that momentum.
Well, we're definitely going to keep our eye on score updates from that big-time matchup tonight. Also in action for our girls' area teams, the North Judson St. Pierre Lady Blue Jays are hosting Pioneer in a rescheduled game tonight. And then on the boys' side of things, the Knox Redskins are hosting Kankakee Valley. The Redskins come into tonight at 3-6. Kankakee Valley at 6-6. We've seen the Redskins a couple of times, Justin. We saw them this past Saturday. Tough loss to their cross-county rival in the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. Do the Redskins turn things back around against KV tonight?
Kankakee Valley, they're a pretty good team. They have a pretty good schedule, and they're normally pretty big over there. And I've seen them play one time this year. It's going to be interesting to see what Knox does offensively. To find their rhythm and get things flowing offensively. That needs to happen to beat a big boy school like Kankakee Valley.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're going to get score updates from our area games. But all of that lines us up for our game here tonight in the beautiful Bobcat Den of Hamlet, Indiana, as the Oregon Davis Bobcats host the Culver Cavaliers. Hey, you might have also heard our sports check yesterday. But if not, our area girls teams sectional draw happened this past Sunday. I'll go through the list. The West Central Lady Trojans, they're in that South Newton sectional, Justin. They take on Caston. My goodness.
Yeah, tough
of course,
draw.
Caston is doing a very good job this season. They come in right now 18-1 on the year. The West Central Lady Trojans will have a tall task. That's next Tuesday, January 30th. The Winnemac Lady Warriors, they are in the North Miami sectional. They take on Wabash next Tuesday. Should be an interesting game. The Lady Warriors right now 11-8. The Wabash, of course, is 10-11. Looks like it could be a good game there, Justin.
Oh, well, absolutely. I mean, Wabash, they're really well coached. They've had a really good system the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what team comes for Winnemac. If they're really going to be energized.
Bring that energy, yeah.
Absolutely. It's no cupcake road to the championship. I mean, for every team, I think it's going to be tough. With West Central, don't overlook West Central Trojans.
And you never know.
They are a very sneaky team.
They could.
Last year, Caston, they looked like a clear favorite for their sectional title. It was last year. And then Tri-County came out of nowhere and beat them. And that happened this year. So, anything can happen. Records do not matter, Mitch.
Well, we see the Culver sectional. The Culver Lady Cavaliers will take on Marquette for round one. The Oregon Davis Lady Cats, they got the bye for round one. They're not going to see sectional action until Friday, February 2nd. Interesting situation there in the Culver sectional. The Rochester sectional sees the Knox Lady Redskins. They have to take on Rochester for round one next Tuesday. And then the North Judson sectional, the North Judson St. Pierre Lady Blue Jays take on the South Central Lady Satellites for round one. The winner of that game would then take on Career Academy, who got the bye. That game would happen on Friday, February 2nd. But next Tuesday, January 30th, that's where we are going to be broadcasting the North Judson St. Pierre Lady Blue Jays versus the South Central Lady Satellites. And then finally, the Morgan Township Sectional C's, the Tri-Township Lady Tigers taking on Morgan Township for round 1. And if they were to win that game, they would then advance to take on, guess who? Washington Township that Friday. The Tri-Township Tigers are going to see a lot of familiar faces over the next couple of weeks if things go according to plan. And if I know Coach McGowan well enough, I know according to plan means all W's, baby, all wins. Well, we're standing by for our national anthem here in the Bobcat Den.
I do have a shout-out real quick.
Please.
I have to get a shout-out to my Winnemac Warriors wrestling team.
Oh, man,
just
didn't they?
winning their 6th conference championship in a row. 6, Mitch. I have 3 kids, all right, and 2 of them are younger than the amount of years that Winnemac has won conference. And just think of that, 6 years in a row. Just a really well-coached program.
It is. Cullen Day.
Absolutely. And
I'm glad you mentioned
what he's doing.
I'm glad you bring that up. I got with Coach Day today. We're going to have him on the Saturday Sports Line this coming weekend.
Well deserved.
Going to get a chance to talk with him. Of course, this team did such a good job yesterday in the Hoosier North Athletic Conference wrestling meet. A lot of our area teams are, of course, in the HNAC. And for Winnemac to win that 6 years in a row,
it's big.
It talks about their history for sure.
Yeah,
at least recent history.
Right.
Well, we turn things over to our public address announcer, Marvin McDaniel, for our national anthem. Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. We go through the starting lineups one more time for these two teams. For the Bobcats of Oregon-Davis at point guard, we're going to see DJ Garland. The 2 guard is Ethan Hewitt. Small forward, Connor Frazier. Power forward, Brady Danford. And at the center is Carson Matthew. For the Cavs of Culver, David Height is their point guard. At the 2 is Jack Rogers. The 3 is Jonas McEwen. At the 4 is Adria Guasp. And at the 5 is Logan Caudill. We have our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause, as well as our sports analyst, Justin Ruff, up here with me in the KVB booth. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School boys basketball action from the beautiful Bobcat Den of Hamlet, Indiana. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Well, not much else to say. We've set the table, Justin. These two teams provided a fantastic atmosphere last year. This year only looks like it's going to get better. These two teams are in for a great matchup tonight. You can already tell. You can get the energy out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And again, like I mentioned, only 24 miles away from each other. These guys, they will bring it. I guarantee that, there's familiar faces for both teams, so they're gonna bust their butts, both teams. And again, throughout the year they have been.
Yep.
Culver and Oregon Davis. So I feel like it's gonna be a fun one to call.
Last two games, the Cavs have got the better of the Bobcats. Of course, the last time the Bobcats saw the Cavs was in the sectionals of last year, where the Cavs won 40-24.
Oh boy!
So here we go, January 24th of 2024. Our web printing JT Shirt Shack tip is up and away, and Carson Matthew jumps in the middle with Jack Rogers, and the Cavs are going to come up with first possession here. It's Jack Rogers at the top of the key. Fakes the handoff to David Height, back up top over to McEwen. McEwen now spinning around. Danford on him, has space, gets into the paint, tried the dump-off pass. Turnover stolen by the Bobcats, and they're going to have a shot here. Get it inside of the left elbow. Carson Matthew dump off pass to Brady Danford, and then another dump off pass to Ethan Hewitt. Ethan Hewitt with the first bucket. It's 2-0 here early.
That's how you're supposed to win right now if you're Oregon Davis. Good defensive stop and then a good pass, teamwork pass.
On the other end of the floor, it's the Cavs up top. Jack Rogers fakes the shot, driving in.
Look at that.
Picks up his dribble. Here's the triple team. Back out to David Height. Pops it from 15. No good. Gets his own rebound. Now he's doubled. Brings it back out up top, and then a reach-in called by Brady Danford. Sees the first foul for the Bobcats.
What, one or two dribbles Jack Rogers had, and boom, he was just surrounded by Oregon Davis
ready
Bobcats.
To go.
That was, so far, Oregon Davis, they're looking like they need to beat this Culver team.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. McEwen finds in the near corner. Big time three on the way from number 15 of the Culver Cavaliers. That was Logan Caudill. No good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. And here they come. It's Ethan Hewitt. Oh, man, Ethan's going to lose it.
Yeah.
Tried to do a jump step, bringing the ball over one of the defenders, and it just slipped through his fingertips and goes sailing out of bounds for another turnover.
Try to do something fancy there and just lost control of it.
Cavs all black with orange trim. Bobcats all white with red and black trim. Going left to right on your radio dial. Floater inside by Rogers is no good. Rebounded by Frazier. Here comes Connor coast to coast. Stolen back by David Height. But then he stepped on the line, and it'll stay here, Oregon Davis basketball. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Bobcats. It's Ethan Hewitt to take it out. Slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Looking for someone. He has DJ Garland up top. Entry pass at the free throw line. Carson Matthew near corner. Back to Ethan Hewitt from 15 feet.
He's got 4 points already for the Bobcats. He's looking good.
4-0 Bobcats lead. It's Jack Rogers, and he's called for a double dribble. The hesitation, trying to get around his defender baseline, and it's called for the double dribble.
They're making that driving lane for Rogers really slim, and that's what's causing issues right now.
Bobcats inbound it, full court pressure from the Cavs. They're going to beat it as they get it to Carson Matthew, driving inside. Left-hand layup too hard, and rebounded on the inside by Adria Guasp. He gets it to Jack Rogers, and he crosses half court. He's got Connor Frazier all over him. And then Frazier, being a pest, just reached in.
He had two hands on the ref. On the ref. Oh, pretty much. He had two hands on Rogers.
Enough for him to call it.
Right, exactly. If you have two hands on a player, it's majority of the time it's a call. But, he stuck with him. He was right in front of him. Just as soon as he put that second hand on him, boom, whistle.
Sideline out of bounds play. David Height to take it out. Almost had 5 seconds called. The Bobcats are going to steal it on the inbounds pass, though. It's Ethan Hewitt picking it up. Third turnover of the night for the Cavs unofficially. Inside, Carson Matthew. Turnaround shot from the right block is no good. Rebounded inside by Brady Danford. It goes sailing out of bounds. Hewitt tried to save it, but not in time. Another turnover for the Bobcats.
I like what they're doing, though, offensively. Really going after Matthews.
Yep.
Matthews or Matthew?
Matthew. And they know he's the main piece to the puzzle here.
Yep. It's similar to Jack Rogers. He's not a weak individual.
Far corner, big-time three on the way. Number 23, Adria Guasp is no good. Rebounded by DJ Garland. He's got the wheels, coast to coast. Euro step, couldn't get it to go off the glass. Rebounded by Connor Frazier. Tipped out of bounds by McEwen, but no. They're saying last touch by DJ Garland. I think they got away with one there.
They might have. But you know what that possession had going for Oregon Davis, the energy meter is going to them. Their effort and hustle is pointed towards them right now. They got to hang on to that if you're Oregon Davis. Good defense again. That was a tough shot by Jack Rogers.
Tough shot. Jack Rogers couldn't get it to go.
And that was caused by the intensity of defense by Oregon Davis.
DJ Garland's got it. He crosses half court. He finds Connor Frazier now. Here comes the double. Far corner, Ethan Hewitt. Deep three on the way.
What a great start by Oregon Davis.
Splash, baby. Big time three. Ethan Hewitt. He's got all 7. 7-0. The Bobcats lead here. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. It's going to be a good game tonight.
If they keep playing like this, it's going to be a heck of one.
Jonas McEwen up top.
Look at this
Hewitt's going to come up with a steal.
Look up. Oh.
He gets it to Brady Danford, and they're going to be smart with it. Gets it to DJ Garland. Garland now right over here near us, in front of us. It's Ethan Hewitt with the ball.
Culver's still in that 2-3 zone. That's what they run majority of the time.
To the free throw line. Carson Matthew drives inside. Couldn't get the left-hand layup to go. And then a rebound. It's Connor Frazier, and a foul's called on Adria Guasp on the inside.
And then you see, I don't even know if that was a foul or not, but the hustle from Oregon Davis made it look like one because he tried to go after the ball, and then, what was that, Drea just kind of moved his body a little bit to avoid the ball, and boom, foul.
Guasp is going to check out. Checking in for him, it looks like that's number 32, Ethan Binion. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Hewitt to take it out up top. Connor Frazier back to the far corner. Hewitt. Oh, almost stolen. Picked up by Carson Matthew at the left block. It is stolen. The Cavs got in there.
Yeah, you got Matthews there. Or Garland, sorry. Got Garland.
Garland called with a reach?
Yeah, kind of bumped him. Bumped him with the body. So that's his first foul. Team's third.
So far, yeah.
Oregon Davis, they're in the man-to-man defense, but every time Rogers puts the ball on the floor, he's got 2 or 3 guys after him, and he almost lost it right there.
I thought it was off his shin.
It kind of looked like it.
Yeah, Rogers trying to assert himself inside.
I feel like he's doing too much.
The Bobcats are crashing around him, and he doesn't know what's going on right now. They're doing a good job defensively,
They
almost
sure are.
baiting him to the paint. As here's the out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket. They get it inside. Now back out to Jack Rogers. He's looking into Ethan Binion. Nothing there.
Look at that deep. That's
off
Oregon
his
Davis
leg.
Ball.
Oh, my gosh, another missed call. In our opinion, it looked like Connor Frazier had stole that right off the foot of Jack Rogers, and it rolls out of bounds. But the ref saw a better angle. It stays here. Cav basketball.
Connor Frazier is an undercover great defender.
He
is a really good defender.
Well, he's top 4 in
Look at this.
Stolen by Brady Danford. Here he comes, pushes it forward to Connor Frazier. Right-handed layup is good.
Danford heard us and say, hey, what about me? I'm a good defender. Good steal and wide open layup for fast break for Oregon Davis. 9-0
yeah,
here.
Baby. And on the other end of the floor, it's Ethan Binion back up top, deep 3. Jack Rogers.
There he is.
There he is. Easy shot for him. Makes it look like butter. 9-3. Big time shot for Rogers is on the other end of the floor. It's DJ Garland. Dump off pass to Carson Matthew.
Yeah.
And then a foul's called on the floor. It's on Ethan Binion here.
That's his first foul, team second. It only takes one for Jack Rogers. He saw one go in the den, and now it's going to be feeling it time for JR. Here comes the Swan.
Yep, and here comes Cashton Swanson. Wasn't able to start today. He's going to get in now, some playing time.
Well, heck, he's usually the energized bunny.
He
and
is.
They're doing this without him right now.
By 6. They get it up top to Swanson. Fakes the pass. Now over to Garland. Skip pass to Hewitt. Ooh. Fakes the 3, drives around, back out to the far corner. Brady Danford for 3. No good. And then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. So the Cavs are going to inbound here to Jack Rogers.
Looks like Swanson is guarding Rogers now. Subbing in for Frazier.
we see Jack Rogers, Jonas McEwen, David Height, Logan Caudill, and Ethan Binion. Another big-time three.
I told you.
From Jack Rogers. He's decided to not go inside and rely on the big-time threes, and now he's pulled the Cavs within 3, 9-6. On the other end of the floor, Carson Matthew in trouble. He gets it back up top to Cashton Swanson. Swanson back to the right elbow. Now to the far corner, Ethan Hewitt. No good for a deep 2. Rebounded by Jack Rogers. He pushes it forward to David Height. Here comes David off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Height somehow on the inside. He gets it back out to Caudill. Now there's a fight for the ball on the floor. Swanson comes up with a steal.
Okay.
And now timeout.
That's a good one. That's a good timeout, I believe.
By the Bobcats here. As assistant coach Chuck Phillips has now stepped into the head coaching role, as Coach Sennert had talked about it in the pregame show. And you can tell head coach Kyle Evans of the Culver Cavs is not very happy at all. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Gabby Kraus. Gabby, what are you seeing here in the early going? Well, we'll try to work on that, Gabby. My apologies. We've got an issue up here. That's on me. My apologies. We'll work on that. We unfortunately couldn't hear Gabby there. That's my fault on the technical issues, but we'll catch up with Gabby here in a moment. She may have got a word on the inside. One of the benches we'll see, but boy, Kyle Evans not happy right now with the Cavs.
He was not quiet, and thankfully that the band was there, kind of, over the loudness of Evans, but I'm not surprised at all. Sometimes you got to do that if you're a coach. Speaking of coach, we got Mr. Mike Springer, Coach Springer over there. Winamac Warriors,
he is here.
A little scouting, no
well,
big
of course,
deal.
he's going to be taking on the Bobcats this coming Monday for that rescheduled game.
Absolutely.
We'll be there for that one, as it's an out-of-bounds play.
Good pass.
Underneath their own basket for the Bobcats. A foul's called on the floor.
That's Binion. Yep, that's number 2 for Binion. Team's third. Taken out of bounds for Oregon Davis.
Out of bounds play.
Another slip. Wow.
Got it in
and
to
that's
Carson
his third.
Matthew.
That's Binion's third. And that's back-to-back slips they did there.
With Matthew.
Well,
he's tall enough.
He's not small. And I think with Binion, it tricked Binion twice in a row. So, Evans, he's going to have to take him out regardless because that's third foul. But if he didn't get a foul there, I would have took him out because, you just can't get fooled on the slip twice in a row from an out-of-bounds play. That's a big no-no, and I'm sure Evans agrees.
Yeah, no kidding. Second free throw from Matthew is good. He got both of them to go through. 11-6 is the scores. The Bobcats lead by 5 here. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. It's Jack Rogers dancing around with Connor Frazier on him. Almost lost it. No, he's now on the floor. Fight for it. They're going to call a jump ball, and that means it is pointing in the direction of Oregon Davis. And DJ Garland, he let us all know where it was going. He had the big point right there in front of the Bobcat bench.
Frazier is causing issues.
Yes,
for
he
Jack
is.
Rogers right now. Jack, he's got his 2 threes. The only points for Culver, but he had to earn those 2 3-point shots.
So the Bobcats work it into Carson Matthew with the right block. That's exactly where Carson Matthew needs to get his points. It's so easy for him right there at the right block.
Keep passing him the ball, Mitch.
We've talked about it with Coach Terry Minix, of course, on several broadcasts before. You got to get Matthew the ball where it's 1 or 2 dribble turnaround shot from the post, and that's where Carson Matthew's going to make a living. He did a very good job on that last play. Now, fast forward, looked like a reach-in call here.
Yeah, I was going to say what's Coach Phillips going to do. He's going to take him out. That's his second foul, Frazier.
Yep, Connor Frazier. So he's going to take Connor out, bring Brady Danford back in. We see DJ Garland, Cashton Swanson, Ethan Hewitt, Carson Matthew, and Brady Danford for the Bobcats. The Cavs get it into Adria Guasp. Foreign exchange student from Spain, plays so well for these Cavs. As now, here's a turnover for the Cavs. They tried to get it to Jonas McEwen on the far side of the floor. Right now, unofficially, Justin, I have 6 turnovers apiece for both teams.
And normally it's Culver causing the issues on their chaos press defense. They haven't really had the opportunity to do that yet. They're in it right now, 2-2-1 full court press. And they almost coughed it over right there, but they got it back past the half court by Oregon Davis.
On the other end of the floor, it's Brady Danford back up top to Cashton Swanson. Fakes
nice
the three,
pass.
drives around, dump off to Brady Danford.
Wow.
And he gets the easy bunny hop to go, 15-6. 55 seconds to go in the first. Near corner, three by David Height. Huge shot. 3 threes in this quarter for the Cavs, and then almost stolen. It is stolen by the Cavs. Picked up by Jack Rogers. He gets it up top to McEwen. McEwen now dancing around with Swanson on him. Gets it up top to Adria Guasp, then swings it over. Far side of the floor, it's Jack Rogers taking on 2 Bobcats. Back up top, Adria Guasp, 3 on the way. No good, fight for the rebound. They're going to call a push from behind on number 15 here, Logan Caudill.
See, in that situation, it's probably just me because that's just who I am. I'm a last-second shot kind of guy. I like holding the ball for the last shot. I don't want another possession for the other team. I don't want free throws for the other team. So that's why, holding it for the last shot would be – that's what I would have done in that situation. And, now it's Swanson shooting free throws. He hit the first one. But that last play, Mitch, with Swanson driving baseline with his left hand, dishing it to the middle and Danford as Swanson hits the second free throw. Just beautiful setup by him. That's what is expected from the senior guard.
Last 20 seconds of the first quarter, 17-9, the Cavs lead. Skip pass far corner. David Height back up to Adria Guasp for 3. No good. It bounces over the top of the backboard there.
See, that's another situation I'm telling you about. Last second. Now that gives Oregon Davis
10
more seconds to get more momentum going in the second quarter.
Here they go. Last 10 seconds. The Bobcats have it. It's DJ Garland. Height on him. Skipping over to Ethan Hewitt now. Inside to Carson Matthew. Puts up a shot. No good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That stops the clock at 1.9 seconds. Let's now check in with our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause. What are you seeing on the floor tonight, Gabby?
I think the Bobcats are really excited. And I don't know if you guys can see, but Coach Center is on here, and he's still staying engaged in the game and is really excited for the boys. And
yeah, absolutely.
Is he pretty loud down there in the corner?
Yeah, it is. I can hear everything.
Second free throw was no good, as that's our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause, pointing out all the ins and outs here down on the floor. Second free throw was no good. It was rebounded by the Cavs. They chucked a full court shot. It's no good, as that's the end of the first. We're going to take a break and come back for second quarter action. Coming your way, 18-9. The Bobcats lead the Cavs. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. We go to the second quarter. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Justin Ruff and sideline reporter Gabby Krause. We're so glad you've joined us. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. So out of the quarter break, the Cavs are going to have possession. It's Jonas McEwen. He's going to get it in to Jack Rogers here. The Bobcats had a fantastic first quarter, Justin. It was unbelievable. They played the style of basketball I think Coach Terry Minix and I have been harping on. They can play all year long. They've showed up tonight.
And defensively is what's keeping them going right now. Culver, they only have they have 9 points, 3 of them. Three threes.
Right.
So, they've had to earn those shots here. Here's a possible another one.
Huge
and
shot.
It is.
Big time 3 on the far side of the floor by Adria Guasp.
So that's 4 threes now of the night.
12 points for the Cavs, all threes. 18-12's the score. The Bobcats lead. It's Garland trying to dump off to Carson Matthew. Skipped out back up top to Brady Danford. Now he skipped passes to Ethan Hewitt. And then he tried to get the slashing Danford. And it goes over his head for another turnover there.
But, if you're Oregon Davis and they've made 4 threes, you shouldn't be that upset if you're the coaches because, they're not attacking the basket. They're not getting easy ones. And they're not, really wide open three-point shots. Anything in the middle, just like that.
Another turnover.
Turned it over, and it's just
goodness.
The defense by Oregon Davis is keeping them alive.
Barely had a chance to set up on the offensive end for the Cavs. Now the Bobcats are on their side of the floor.
Gosh, I love the way he moves.
Turnaround shot from the right block is no good. He spins around so well as Carson Matthew, but no, rebounded by the Cavs. Here comes inside. It's Jack Rogers with a right-handed hook shot. No good, and rebounded by Carson Matthew. He pushes it up to Cashton Swanson. Cashton fakes the pass through. Jack off. Floater inside. No good. Those are the kind of plays I love watching from him, man.
Yeah, he brings the speed. I think there was a foul on Culver. Looks like they got Jack Rogers from behind. That would be his first match of the night. If they already got 2 Cavaliers on foul trouble, if they get Jack Rogers in foul trouble, that will be a scary situation.
Oh, nice play. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Saw Ethan Hewitt slash to the basket in the paint, and Cashton Swanson found him easily. 20-12, 8-point ball game here in the second. Inside, Jack Rogers asserting his dominance. Found space, took on 2 Bobcats. Fouls called, though, on the floor.
Ethan Hyatt, he's got himself 9 points out of 20. He's doing really good offensively. Frazier, Swanson, the whole Oregon Davis team defensively has been doing really good. But Hyatt, if you can get 9 points in the first half, that's pretty good. He's doing really good.
Out of bounds play underneath her own basket. McEwen to take it out. Up top, it's Adria Guas driving in, back out, high 3 on the way. No good, and rebounded by Connor Matthew. So Connor Matthew just checked in a few moments ago. It's now Cashton Swanson on the other end of the floor. Skip pass over to Ethan Hewitt. Hewitt now, near corner, DJ Garland. Entry pass to Connor Matthew. Almost lost it. It is stolen by the Cavs. And then it goes off the knee of a Cav. Yep.
Yeah.
So it was stolen by the Cavs.
That was a good call. Yep. It bounced off the knee. Bounced off the knee of Culver, then hit the referee, which he's in bounds, and then bounced out of bounds.
So the Bobcats will take over here. Far corner, Danford, dump off pass to Connor Matthew on the inside. The Bobcats have got some swagger here, and a big-time timeout by head coach Kyle Evans. He wants to have a chat and talk things over. Boy, I tell you what, this would be the time to get a report on them. My goodness, they are not very happy right now.
Kyle Evans' face is pretty red right now.
Yeah, he is not very happy.
But I can tell you this. Oregon Davis, we are watching team basketball, Mitch. They're doing a great job at really passing, moving the basketball against this 2-3 zone, which isn't a cupcake 2-3 zone.
No.
They've caused teams issues. Turnovers out of many different teams. My Winnemac Warriors couldn't really break this 2-3 zone earlier on in the year. But Oregon Davis, they're doing a fantastic job just attacking the basket. And then once they get in there, they're passing it to the interior. Passing the ball against a 2-3 zone is what Oregon Davis is doing.
They're doing, and they're doing it well.
Absolutely.
So out of the timeout, Kyle Evans had a word with his boys here, down by 10. Facing some adversity here in the beautiful Bobcat den. Going inside, it's Jack Rogers. They're calling a blocking foul. And the near official now, he wants to have a word. Nope, they're calling it blocking. So where the Bobcats wanted a charge at the free throw line, they're calling it a blocking foul. And now Connor Frazier is going to check back in, and Brady Danford will check out for the Bobcats.
Frazier's got to be careful here. He's got 2 fouls, and he's guarding Jack Rogers, so he's got to be smart in the next 5 minutes.
Caleb McEwen now in for the Cavs, takes it out underneath his own basket. It's swatted back out of bounds by Cashton Swanson. For the Cavs, we see Logan Caudill. We now see Jonas McEwen checking in for his brother, Caleb. So it's Caleb McEwen, Logan Caudill, David Height, Jack Rogers, and Adria Guasp. They get it into David Height. Now back up top to Jack Rogers. Rogers going inside, picks up his dribble at the free throw line, back out to the far corner. It's Adria Guasp driving baseline, back up top to Rogers. Rogers swings it over. David Height now here near us, wide open, 16 feet. It was McEwen, no good at the right elbow, and rebounded by the Bobcats, Connor Frazier. Frazier over to Cashton Swanson across half court. Here comes the double. He gets it to Connor Matthew, then back up top to Connor. Back over to Connor Matthew.
Oh, nice cut.
Dump off to Connor Frazier. Puts up the shot off the glass.
That's number 2 on Jack Rogers.
Gets the and one to go. Thank you very much, he says.
Wow, just the way that, again, like I said, Oregon Davis, just the way they're moving without the ball. It's just really good basketball, and it just bumped their best player. Just bumped their best player in foul trouble.
Missed the free throw. Rebounded on the inside, though. Matthew gets it, and he gets the putback to go. My goodness. Wow. 26-12 is the score as the Bobcats lead here in the second, under 5 minutes to go. We got a score update coming your way in a moment. Charging call, nothing called there. It looked like a charge. It's going to be stolen by the Bobcats, though. Here they come up to Connor Frazier. Fakes on Jack Rogers. He blocked it. Now here comes Jack, pushes it forward. It's Jonas McEwen spinning around, getting to the left elbow. Back up top, Adria Guasp swings it over. David Height, 3 on the way. No good. And rebounded by Connor Frazier. Frazier now up to DJ Garland. Garland crosses half court. He's going inside, has space. And a foul's called. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here.
See who they called that on. Oh, boy, that's his third. Cadell, that's his third foul. They have 2 players now with 3 fouls. Yep, 2 players with 3 fouls.
First free throw from Garland is no good as we have a score update from the PCC Championship matchup between the Tri-Township Lady Tigers and the South Central Lady Satellites. Tri-Township gets the better of South Central 43-29 as the Tri-Township Lady Tigers win the PCC Championship. Congratulations to head coach Chris McGowan and company as back in our game. Garland misses the second free throw. Now they get the rebound. They try to get it inside to Connor Matthew, and then it's stolen by the Cavs, and here they come inside. Jonas McEwen.
That was a good take. A much-needed take. First 2-point field goal of the night.
26-14, under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Garland takes on 2 Cavs. Wow. Couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Mitch, risky drive, man.
Well, Mitch, they want it more right now. They really do. They want the victory more than the Cavaliers right now, and you can tell by just the way they're moving without the ball, the way they're attacking that orange rim. It's really good basketball. This is the best I've seen Oregon Davis play.
Yeah,
they're playing with as a team.
Well, they've been due. And they've
Right.
been due. We've seen moments where they have excellent minutes on the court. They just haven't been able to put a full 4 quarters together. If they're able to keep this play up right now, but what they've done from the first and second, this is their game right now.
I agree.
Makes the second free throw. It's now 28-14. They lead by the same amount of points the Cavs have on the board. It's Jack Rogers almost losing it. Picks up his dribble. Now over to Jonas McEwen. McEwen crosses over, gets inside, and then a foul's called on the floor. My goodness.
If that's Frazier, it's on Swanson.
So it's on Swanson. It'll be an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Cavs of Culver. Jonas McEwen to take it out. He gets the ball, slaps it. Here comes the play. Up top to Jack Rogers. Rogers behind his back. Frazier on him.
Oh, they got
and
that
a charge is called.
That is his third
My
foul.
goodness. He just bumped Frazier enough, and Connor hit the deck. Did a great job. And we remember Connor Frazier, he was the number 4 most charges taken in the entire country last year.
That's a pretty good stat.
So Connor
man.
Frazier, he was like top 2 or 3 in the state, top 4 in the country. Turnaround shot for Connor Matthew. Rattles around. My goodness, fading away. It's Bobcat night here in the Bobcat Den.
Holy moly.
Having their way.
It's in
wow.
there. Kyle Evans, he really trusts his senior and Jack Rogers. He's got 3 fouls, and he's keeping him in the game.
And then Jonas McEwen showing his athleticism, getting on the inside, draws a foul on the floor. That is the 4th foul in this quarter for the Bobcats. The next one will put the Cavs at the line to shoot 2. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Jonas McEwen to take it out up top. It's Jack Rogers at the free throw line, and he's called for a travel.
Goodness.
He can't do anything tonight without the refs blowing the whistle.
He's out of his rhythm right now. Oregon Davis is really just
having
in
their
his
way.
Head.
So the Bobcats have possession. Pushing it forward now. It's Cashton Swanson inside to Connor Matthew. Near corner, DJ Garland for 3. In and out, no good, and rebounded by David Height. Here come the Cavs. It's Jack Rogers. Right-handed layup, no good. Gets his own rebound. Turns around. Shot from the post is no good again. And rebounded by Ethan Hewitt. Hewitt over to Cashton Swanson behind his back. Here comes the show. Crosses half court. Fakes left, back right, over to Connor Frazier now. Driving inside, dump off pass stolen by Adria Guasp. Here come the Cavs. And then a foul called on Connor Frazier. I think that's his 3rd.
That's his 3rd.
So now Frazier may have to take a seat with 2:12 to go here in the first half. It's 30-14. The Bobcats lead. We're going to see a new Bobcat enter the floor. Number 11, Casey Cook. First time tonight.
Yep, the sophomore. See what he can bring. And it's a good opportunity. Good opportunity for him to show what he's got. But, Swanson, Swanson's been playing really well. I mean, the energy's there. He's accepting the task of guarding Jack Rogers. He's kind of shared it a little bit with Swanson, but they're both doing a really good job of containing him.
Guasp at the line, 30-15. Hits the free throw, now 30-16. Last 2 minutes here of the first half. Garland crosses half court, gets it to Matthew. Oh, man. And then I'm not really sure what's being called here. I think they're calling it on number 5 here for the Bobcats. That's Connor Matthew, excuse me. I get those two mixed up so easily. My apologies. Connor Matthew, the sophomore.
That's his first, Mitch.
And David Height goes to the line. Like I mentioned, the next foul would put them at the line, and it does put David Height at the line. He hits the first of 2. Matthew is going to take a seat, and his older brother, Carson, is going to check in.
I mean, heck, these next 2 minutes for Culver is pretty big. If they can get this within 10, playing the way that they have been, I think Evans might feel a little bit better within within 10 points. And that's a good start by Swanson turning it over. Culver has an opportunity to cut this in to 10 points.
So an unfortunate turnover for the Bobcats now. Sees the Cavs take possession. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. It's Jack Rogers now. Near corner, David Height brings it back up top with DJ Garland on him. The Bobcats in a man-to-man. Height finds space, drives around, then a foul's called on Carson Matthew on the inside.
I think that's his first foul. Yep. Sometimes I got listen and see if I'm correct. I trust them, but that's just put his arm down a little bit during for when David Height was going in for a layup and just caused the foul. Made his first and he makes his second. I'm sorry, he missed his first. Excuse me.
Missed the first, hits the second. Now DJ Garland inbounds it. He gets it across half court over to Cashton Swanson. Swanson skipped past to Ethan Hewitt, fakes the 3, tried to drive around, back up top to Hewitt. He's going to get inside, pops it from the free throw line. No good, too short. Rebound on Ethan Hewitt, and his putback's good. There at the right time. Beautiful job, Ethan Hewitt. 32-18, the Bobcats lead the Cavs. We got a good game here tonight. It's Jack Rogers back out up top. Jonas McEwen inside.
Nice
Dump
pass.
off pass.
Beautiful
Nice
pass.
job to Caleb McEwen, his brother. They read each other well. 32-20, last minute of the first half here. Swanson gets it up to Ethan Hewitt. Skip pass over to DJ Garland in front of us. Now, entry pass to Carson Matthew at the left block. Turnaround shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, and his putback's no good, but he's fouled. Stopping the clock at 44.3 seconds.
That's his second foul. Yep, Andrew Geese. Now that's four Cavaliers with 3 or more fouls, or 2 or more fouls. Matthew with the first one, goes in. He's been getting to the free throw line too, Mitch. He's been doing a good job. Second one goes up and it's in.
34-20 now. Bobcats lead. The Cavs get it in to Jack Rogers. He crosses half court with Casey Cook on him. First time Connor Frazier hasn't been on him here in the first half. He gets it over to Jonas McEwen. Takes the pick, goes inside, dump off to Caleb McEwen again, and he gets the left-hand layup to go. 34-22, a little bit of a run here by the Cavs. They're not going down quietly.
Again, if they get a steal right here within 20 seconds.
Inside, Carson Matthew, right block, turnaround shot, no good.
Yep.
Rebounded by Jack Rogers. Last 10 seconds here of the first half. Jack has it, dancing around.
Oh,
and he's going to lose it. He tried to get it behind his back and couldn't make it happen. Stops the clock at 6.1 seconds left here in the first half.
Man, his mojo's not on right now.
Swanson gets it across half court. Last 3 seconds to Ethan Hewitt. Big time three, and he traveled.
Got a little excited.
Took an extra step. Now in the NBA, they wouldn't have called that. That looked like a normal James Harden or a
Curry.
Steph Curry type foot movement. But we're in real world here in Indiana. In Indiana high school basketball, we call those.
Yeah, they do.
Last 1.7 seconds, Jonas McEwen to take it out. Gets it to Jack Rogers. Oh man,
gosh.
He tried to get a half-court heave, but he fumbled it. And that will be the end of the first half. 34-22, the Oregon-Davis Bobcats lead the Culver Cavaliers. Big time first half for the Bobcats. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause. She has head coach Larry Center. Gabby.
So, Coach, you guys have played a great first half. What are some things that you have liked seeing from the boys?
I can't believe the effort out there. My kids are playing just about as well as I've seen them play. Defensively, Coach has got them. They're doing everything. They are all over the ball. You know, we knew that Rogers was going to be a challenge. We're trying to make him pass the ball, not shoot it. I couldn't be more pleased. I realize there's still 16 minutes of basketball here, and we got to be ready to play. And the first 3 minutes are so important for us that we've got to stay focused. I thought we lost focus a little bit for a few minutes, but we're still playing. We're playing hard.
What are some adjustments you're looking to make at half?
Just continue to play hard. I don't think we need to adjust anything other than we got to make baskets. We have to control the tempo of the game. We have to score baskets. We have to stop them every chance we get so they can't score.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that's our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause, doing a fantastic job getting a word with head coach Larry Sennert. As the Bobcats lead 34-22, we're going to take a break and come back for the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. For sideline reporter Gabby Krause, sports analyst Justin Ruff, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at Knox, North Judson, and Culver. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, I'd like to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Here's Mitch Columbi.
34-22 is the score as the Bobcats lead the Cavs of Culver. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. I am accompanied by our sports analyst up here in the KVB booth, Justin Ruff. Justin, what'd you see in that first half you liked?
Well, Mitch, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked. No,
okay.
I mean, we said that Oregon Davis, what do they normally have is energy and the fight, the tiger, the Bobcat in them that always continues to fight. And this early, I mean, in this game early, they bit first in the first half. Absolutely, they have done a fantastic job at not only defending Jack Rogers, who averages about 25 points a game, but they're making everyone else in the Cavaliers uniform uncomfortable as well.
Yeah.
I mean, so it like Coach Center said, their energy intensity is definitely up there. And like another thing that he said, the first 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes in this third quarter is very important Oregon Davis is very important for them. But I mean, with Cavaliers, I feel like Evans, he is not a happy individual right now.
He is not happy right now.
It's safe to say that.
He's seen better production out of his boys.
Right, absolutely. I mean, Jack Rogers, he's not. He doesn't have his rhythm right now, and that happens for players. But he's got to have some other guys. With David Height, a guy that he mentioned, a player that he mentioned in the preseason. The pregame. He's not really finding his mojo right now either. He's got 5 points. He's had a pretty good looking 3-point shot that he made, but he's not finding it either. So I even feel like what's normally on their side in the Cavaliers, their defense, I don't feel like their defense is high energies right now like it normally is. I feel like, again, the record effect.
Exactly.
They see the record.
They think,
this is Cupcake City.
We're going to walk in
cupcakes
here and get
all day long.
Yep, and that's not the case.
It's not the case tonight in the Den.
Well, we announced a few moments ago, a little bit earlier, I should say, the Tri-Township Lady Tigers have become the PCC tournament champions They beat South Central 43-29. We'll see if we can get a word with head coach Chris McGowan in our Collins Insurance postgame show. But this is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. They are helping continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Continuing the tradition here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI, I'm Mitch Columbi. We have now an opportunity to talk with head coach of the Culver Cavaliers, Kyle Evans, with sideline reporter Gabby Krause.
Coach, you've had a tough first half, but what are just some adjustments you're looking to make at half?
Rotations defensive-wise, you got to clean them up. Getting out of the press there and falling back in the half court helped us out, so we'll continue with that a little bit. We got to get better ball movement in the offensive end.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Big time shout out to our sideline reporter Gabby Krause for getting a quick word with head coach Kyle Evans. As Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue the tradition. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show continues 34-22. The Bobcats lead the Cavs of Culver.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Mitch Columbi along with sports analyst Justin Ruff and sideline reporter Gabby Krause. We're so glad you've joined us here as Indiana high school basketball is so special to all of us, especially those listening. We hope we can help you continue the tradition as we have for so many years in this area. Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI will always be there. Well, we have an opportunity now to chat with head coach of the Tri-Township Lady Tigers, Chris McGowan. We're calling him right now on the line. He said, hey, give me a call. We had the huge win tonight over the South Central Lady Satellites. We'll see if we can get a quick word with him right now as we're getting ready for second half action. It looks like the Cavs have already entered the floor as well as the Bobcats of Oregon Davis, but let's go ahead and bring in head coach Chris McGowan, PCC tournament champion head coach Chris McGowan of the Tri-Township Lady Tigers. Chris, tell us what happened.
Well, the girls came out and performed tonight. Defensively, probably couldn't have executed any better than what we did. We held a very good South Central team to 29 points, and when you do that, you're going to give yourself a chance to win. And I tell you what, I couldn't be more proud of these girls and more happy. This community, the corporation, just well-deserved and well-needed.
Man, Coach, I'll tell you what, you got to turn around and play the Satellites this coming Friday, but knowing that you guys got them tonight, boy, that had to feel great.
Yeah, it does feel great, but I tell you what, that's just only going to make them that more hungry come Friday night. They're going to want to ruin our senior night and take the cup from us on our home floor. So we have to match the intensity and exceed it Friday night. But again, just made some big plays down the stretch, big plays in the third quarter, and came out on top.
I'll tell you what, Coach, we've talked about it, a lot of firsts for this Lady Tiger team this season. Is this the first PCC tournament champion the Lady Tigers have ever won?
No, they won one back in 1987. It's been a while.
1987, that was before I was born, Coach.
Well, yeah, but you're just a young pup.
Hey, enjoy the time with the team, Coach. Congratulations. I appreciate your time tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, that is head coach Chris McGowan of the Tri-Township Lady Tigers. Huge win for them, PCC tournament champions, as we are back in action here in our game. The first minute already gone by. No scoring yet. One score. What do you have, Jay?
Yeah, Carson Matthew had a nice move in the paint interior. There's only 2 points there. It's 36-22 right now.
So now the Bobcats have possession, and the Cavs are going to come up with a steal. It's Jack Rogers on the inside. inside. He gets it to David Height. Now Height shoots the three. No good, and rebounded by Cashton Swanson. Swanson behind his back. He's going to lose it. Stolen by Height. Puts up the shot from the right-handed for a right-handed layup. It's no good, and then rebounded by Cashton Swanson.
Ooh.
Tried to pass it up high for Carson Matthew, but no, it's stolen by Adria Guasp, and here comes Adria. He finds David Hyde on the far corner. Skip pass to the near corner. It's McEwen driving inside, fading away, no good from the paint. Rebounded by the Bobcats, and Chuck Phillips wants to have a chat. He calls timeout, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. What are you talking about in this timeout here?
Well, if you're Kyle Evans, I'm sure you're pleased how they started out. They kind of look completely different, actually attacking the basket. Their last three possessions, they actually attacked that paint, and they came up empty, but they have a little bit more energy, a little bit more speed to their step. But it's all on this end right here defensively. It looks like they're meeting in the half court, kind of doing some kind of trap here on Garland.
The Bobcats get it in.
There
DJ Garland crosses half court, gets it to Cashton Swanson. Skip pass to the far corner. Ethan Hewitt, and he drives inside and gets a nice layup to go.
He's having a night, too. 13 points for him.
38-22, the Bobcats lead the Cavs of Culver. Height driving inside, stolen by the Bobcats. It's Swanson trying to get it to Hewitt. Lost it and stolen back by Adria Guasp. Here comes Jack Rogers behind his back. Gets it over to Adria Guasp. Spinning, right-handed, fadeaway shot, no good. And Height comes up with the rebound, but a whistle's called on the floor.
Looks like they're calling on a Bobcat. Number 20, Danford got him. That's his second, team's first, Mitch. Here comes Frazier. He's in for Danford.
So Frazier's going to check in here. Out of bounds play underneath her own basket. McEwen gets it up top to Jack Rogers. Rogers driving in, stops at the left elbow, pops a shot, no good. And rebounded by Matthew on the inside. He gets it to DJ Garland. Garland crosses over. He gets across the 10-second line. Here he is, near corner. Picks up his dribble. The double team's there. Inside to Carson Matthew. Spin around. Shot from the post is good.
Good left-hand hook.
He's got the
footwork. Big boy. Wow.
And then DJ Garland trying to get the steal, and you see assistant coach Chuck Phillips saying, hey, you got to think there, DJ. You got to think.
That's his second foul.
A little too aggressive. So here's Jack Rogers crossing half court now.
Oh, he
almost reached again. And then stepping on the line as Jack Rogers pushes it forward to Jonas McEwen. It goes out of bounds. Man, I'll tell you what, these Cavs are facing some adversity tonight. I've seen them play a couple of times this season. They haven't had this hard a time.
They're having difficulty right now
with keeping the ball on their side of the floor. I have not seen them have this trouble this season. As they tried to get it inside to Ethan Hewitt, Cashton Swanson throws it away for another turnover.
Well, here's the thing. I know both teams haven't had a lot of practices in this week. Jack Rogers looks kind of tired. I mean, he doesn't look like – he looks like he's
He may be a little shocked, like you were talking about the halftime break.
Of two, yeah.
Dump-off pass to Caleb McEwen on the inside. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. They are swarming. They are everywhere.
Yeah, they're
in the passing lanes, keeping their hands up. That's exactly what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket. Jonas McEwen to take it out. He slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Looking for somebody. He has Guasp. Far corner three. No good. Couldn't get it to go. And then rebounded. It goes out of bounds as McEwen and Matthew fight for the rebound. Last touch by Caleb McEwen, and it'll be Bobcat basketball here.
Nothing. It's going their way for the Cavaliers right now.
Garland up to Cashton Swanson. Skip pass to Connor Frazier. Fakes the pass left. Skip pass back to the near corner. DJ Garland drives inside. Back up top. Cashton fakes the pass left. Now inside Ethan Hewitt, and it's stolen by the Cavs. I love the ball fakes, though. You don't see much of those in this area, as the Bobcats have done that quite a bit tonight. And then a trip foul is going to be called, I think, on Garland here as Jack Rogers hits the deck. He is frustrated right now.
He is.
He is just not getting the looks he's used to, and he's just frustrated. You saw McEwen come over there and kind of console him, saying, hey, keep calm. It's okay. We're going to get in this.
Right. And that second three that Rogers had in the first quarter, that was early on in the first quarter. That was his last point.
So that was a while ago.
He hasn't got to the free throw line. He hasn't been able to attack the basket like he usually and normally does.
Yeah.
You know, Oregon Davis, they're throwing multiple guys
tonight.
at him.
They really have.
They've done a really good job.
They're making him question almost.
Yeah.
So some sweat was on the hardwood. They got a towel out there to pick it up.
Now they have DJ Garland on Jack Rogers.
Yes,
I think
they
that's
do.
like the third, fourth. I think that's their fourth different body on him.
The Cavs get it into Caleb McEwen. He kicks it back to his brother Jonas and then swings it over to David Height. Height now top of the key over to Adria Guasp. McEwen looking inside to Rogers. Rogers brings it back out up top. Oh, man, off his foot. He still picks it up, though, and saves it. Rogers uses the dribble, driving inside. Picks up his dribble, back out to Adria Guasp. Guasp over to Height. Height, extended wing on the other side of the floor. Hewitt on him, crosses over, goes inside, near corner now. McEwen goes in, dump off pass to Caleb McEwen. I'll tell you what, Jonas and Caleb, they're on the same page.
Yeah, they read each other's minds, man.
They're twins.
That's like the third time they've done that.
Well, they're twins after all.
Yeah, you're right.
Connor Frazier skip pass to Cashton Swanson, goes out of bounds. Those are unforced turnovers there. Unofficially, I have 19 turnovers for the Bobcats and 14 for the Cavs.
They're winning by 16.
I know, it's crazy. 40-24 is the score. 3:30 to go here in the third. Jack Rogers takes the pick from Jonas McEwen, picks up his dribble now. Entry pass to Caleb McEwen. Then it finds it to the hands of David Height. Height now brings it back up top, then finds McEwen at the volleyball line, going inside, crossover, has space, puts up the shot, no good, too hard. Rebounded by Ethan Hewitt. Hewitt up to DJ Garland. Last 3 minutes of the third here. The Bobcats taking their time, being patient here inside to Carson Matthews. Stolen by the Cavs. Here comes Jack Rogers. 2-on-2.
There he is.
Nice little jump step. Couldn't get the right-hand layup to go, and rebounded by Matthew on the inside. He finds Connor Frazier, and then Frazier to DJ Garland. Garland crosses the 10-second line. Now he is going inside. Pops it from 13 at the left elbow. No good, and rebounded by Adria Guasp. Guasp up to Jack Rogers. Rogers now over to McEwen. McEwen now to David Height in the near corner, and a double dribble's called.
Wow. They just can't get anything going. And, I mean, heck, Oregon Davis kind of looks a little tired, too.
They do look a little tired. We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause, here shortly, see what the Bobcats bench is saying. Of course, assistant coach Chuck Phillips is leading the way tonight for them. Skip pass now. Connor Frazier up top to DJ Garland. Garland back over to Frazier. Skip pass to Cashton Swanson. Swanson inside. Carson Matthew at the left elbow. Back to the near corner. Connor Frazier then swings it up top to DJ Garland. Inside to Matthew. Back out to Frazier. Frazier going inside. Pops a floater, and he gets it to go. A nice teardrop floater for Connor Frazier. 42-24. It's been all Bobcats tonight.
They have controlled offensively and defensively in this game. And
Rogers gets inside, couldn't get it to go, and rebounded by the Bobcats. Swanson pushes it forward to Hewitt. Hewitt blocked by Guasp, but they're calling it a foul. That puts him at the line, as tonight's game is sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong Air Dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. We also thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. First free throw from Hewitt is no good, keeping it 42-34. Jonas McEwen will check out, and checking in is number 32 for the Cavs, Ethan Binion.
I've never seen Jack Rogers this uncomfortable. And, I've seen him play in middle school. So it's.
You've seen him a few years.
I've seen him a few years, and this is just something different for Jack Rogers.
He gets inside, couldn't get the floater to go, but it's rebounded by number 15, Logan Caudill, and his putback is good. 43-26, minute 40 to go here in the third. Garland crosses half court. He gets it to Cashton Swanson. Swanson with several ball fakes. Finally gets Connor Frazier! Splash! Big time three! And he struts back to the other end of the floor. 20-point ball game. The Bobcats lead. And David Hyde is driving inside, and a foul's called on the floor. It is Bobcat night here in the Den. You can feel it. The Cavs can feel it. They felt it the entire game. They haven't gotten anything to go their way, Justin.
I mean, even right off the bat, the Bobcats start out 7-0, right?
Yeah.
Fresh in the beginning, and now Frazier, hey, he has 7 points. He's having himself a night. I mean, it's just Bobcat City tonight.
The Cavs get it in to Rogers, who then finds Ethan Binion on the left block. A foul will be called, I believe, here on number 5, Connor Matthew, who checked in a few moments ago. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Gabby Kraus. Gabby, what are you hearing on the Bobcats sideline?
Coach Phillips has been telling the boys to stay smart on defense, but as well play aggressive. I mean, they're speeding up Culver's offense, and that's causing a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's our sideline reporter, Gabby Kraus, getting an ear on assistant coach Chuck Phillips there on the inside of the huddle for the Bobcats of Oregon Davis. Both free throws are missed by the Cavs. It's rebounded inside by Adria Guasp. His putback's no good. Then rebounded by Connor Matthew. He gets it to Ethan Hewitt, and then Hewitt over to DJ Garland across half court. Garland at the volleyball line, top of the key, swings it over to Connor Frazier. Entry pass to Connor Matthew at the left elbow, and he's going to draw a foul, I believe, on Ethan Binion.
And that would be his 4th foul with a minute left in this third quarter. Culver, they're extending that 2-3 zone, kind of really putting pressure on the ball handler. Hopefully they cause more turnovers on top.
Up top to Connor Frazier. Out of bounds play here. Tried to get it to Cashton Swanson, and then a kick's called.
See, that's what happens, though, when they extend that 2-3 zone, leaves the baseline wide open as a C. So that gives Oregon Davis the opportunity to do that.
And they got it into Connor Frazier, who kissed the glass high. And he made it happen, 48-26. Last 45 seconds of the third here. Jack Rogers with the ball. He gets it over to Height.
Travel.
And he is called for the travel. Unofficially, 16 turnovers for the Cavs tonight. As now we'll see Jonas McEwen check in for David Height.
And that was caused by Swanson's defense on top there. I swear, I think Swanson's like a 5th-year or 6th-year senior. I remember scouting him JV his freshman year. I don't know if high school kids get a COVID year or not, but it feels like that was Swanson. He's a smart ball player now that brings energy.
Connor Matthew into Ethan Hewitt. Triple team, brings it back out up top to Cashton Swanson, who then finds DJ Garland. Frazier now into Connor Matthew. Stays with it, and he gets the left-hand layup to go. Connor Matthew, 50-26. Last 8 seconds here of the third. It's Jack Rogers crossing over. Last 3. He's got to do something. Gets it to Jonas McEwen. He didn't know how much time was left in the third, as that is the end of the third quarter. 50-26. The Oregon Davis Bobcats lead the Cavaliers of Culver, Indiana. We're going to step away and come back. Fourth quarter action. It's coming your way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night.
That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at Knox, North Judson, and Culver. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, I'd like to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Back at the Bobcat Den, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Justin Ruff and sideline reporter Gabby Krause. We go to the fourth quarter. 50-26, the Bobcats lead the Cavs of Culver. Back in action right away. The Bobcats have possession. It's DJ Garland getting it to the near corner. Cashton Swanson goes inside and kisses it off the glass. 52-26. It's been all Bobcats tonight. As now on the other end of the floor, the Cavs are going to lose it. No, last touch by the Bobcats.
Looked like a hit off his head.
Wow. And you can see assistant coach Phillips wants an explanation. He's not getting one.
They did.
Oh, they did. They are overturning it. So they are saying it's a turnover for the Cavs.
Oh, they're getting.
Oh, now they're coming together and having a conference here.
It was clearly off Culver's head. There you go.
No, they are giving it to Culver here. Am
I wrong though?
I saw it the way you saw it. So the Cavs will have it. It's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket. McEwen gets it up top to Guasp, and then a holding call on Cashton Swanson. Now here's where you don't want things to implode.
I mean,
7:36 to go. You don't want to let the Cavs get anything.
Hope, really. You don't want like this.
Into Jack Rogers. My goodness, he couldn't get the bunny to go, and rebounded by Ethan Hewitt. He is having a rough night.
You can't get closer than that.
Garland, Euro step in the right-handed layup to go. The Bobcats are having a night, and DJ Garland lets them know about it.
Wow.
Far corner, big time three!
Okay.
Logan Caudill, the junior, showed up when it counted, and it's stolen back by Jack Rogers, and the right-hand layup goes.
He made sure that one went in.
5 quick ones for the Cavs, 54-31. They've got some work to do, but we've seen them do some things before. It's DJ Garland to the far corner. Connor Frazier picks up his dribble back up top to Cashton Swanson, swings it over to DJ Garland. Garland with McEwen, Jonas on him. Brings it back out, has space, goes inside, finds his man. It's Connor Frazier at the left elbow. Picks his dribble up. Now he gets it to Connor Matthew. Fakes the pass, has space from 14. No good, and rebounded by Guasp. Not a bad offensive effort. They got a good look. It's the Cavs now on the other end. Jonas McEwen goes inside, jump step from 14, and he gets the and one to go. My goodness. Making a run are the Cavs right now, 54-33. And we're going to see Caleb McEwen check in for Adria Guasp here.
No, I kind of wish they would have done this in the beginning of the third quarter.
No kidding.
This start, because it was much needed in that third quarter.
3-point play is a good from Jonas McEwen, 54-34, back to a 20-point ball game. They're trying to make a run here. It's Connor Frazier crossing half court to Connor Matthew. Back out to Cashton Swanson. Gets inside of the right elbow. Back out up top to Connor Frazier. Then over to Swanson. Extended wing. Skip past DJ Garland. Now into the right elbow.
Traveled.
Yep. Connor Matthew. And he just shuffled his feet enough for the travel. A turnover there for the Bobcats. And Carson Matthew is going to check in for Connor here. And that means we see for the Bobcats DJ Garland, Connor Frazier, Cashton Swanson, Carson Matthew, and Ethan Hewitt. For the Cavs, Jack Rogers, Logan Caudill, Caleb McEwen, Ethan Binion, and Jonas McEwen. Rogers top of the key. DJ Garland on him. Picks up his dribble. Finds Caleb McEwen going inside. Now to Logan Caudill.
That's a block.
And a blocking foul will be called on Connor Frazier. My goodness. Couldn't get his feet set like he wanted here.
Yeah, he wasn't positioned right for the ref to make that call. That was a good call. That's his fourth foul.
Third in this quarter by the Bobcats. 2 more, and that puts the Cavs at the line.
Ooh.
They get it to Ethan Binion in the near corner. He
charge.
goes inside, and a charge is called.
Now I understand when you made that comment, that stat, that he was one of the best charge takers in the state of Indiana.
He shuffles his feet to position.
Yeah.
He tries to draw it.
And I think, if that was on Binion, which it was, he is fouled out of the game.
So Ethan Binion fouled out, and coming in for him is David Height. Full court pressure from the Cavs. Ethan Hewitt to take it out. He gets it to Connor, stolen by the Cavs. David Height gets the right-hand layup to go. Full court pressure again.
There you go.
They're going to lose it. David Height steals it again. And then a foul is called on the floor. This is what we said just a moment ago. You can't implode here if you're the Bobcats.
It's an 18-point game, 5:47 left, Culver ball. Now, again, I kind of wish they would have done this. Timeout by Oregon Davis. I kind of wish they would have. What Coach Evan does, and Coach Larry Center mentioned it, that the chaos defense, the press, where they had the 2-2-1, but their other 2-2-1 option is denying that first pass. And I don't believe they did that in the third quarter.
No.
Beginning the second half.
They're adjusting here.
Which now is, so I kind of wish they would have done that a little sooner, but heck, no regret. They got to keep going what they're doing.
Well,
18-point game. Plenty of time left.
5:47 to go. And 54-36. They've hit some big shots here to start the fourth quarter. As Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Out of the timeout, the Cavs have possession. It's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket. 2 turnovers right away for the Bobcats, and the Cavs have an opportunity to put more points on the board. They're having a heck of a fourth quarter here.
There it is.
They get it into Jack Rogers on the inside, blocked by Carson Matthew and saved by Brady Danford. Here come the Bobcats now. They get it up to DJ Garland across half court. DJ with the ball, back up top to Cashton Swanson. Swanson into Carson Matthew, back up top to Brady Danford. Danford fakes the pass. Now to Carson Matthew to the near corner. Ethan Hewitt back up top to Brady Danford. They're trying to stall.
Keep going after.
Let that clock tick. Skip pass to the far corner. It's DJ Garland. Back up top to Cashton Swanson. Swings it over to Carson Matthew, then to Brady Danford. Back up top to Cashton. Swanson fakes right, goes left, picks up his dribble, back to Carson Matthew. Matthew at the volleyball line up top, swings it over near us. It's Brady Danford now to the right elbow. Carson Matthew, spinner out, shot from the paint, looks easy. 56-36. Now David Height, near corner, back out to Jack Rogers, almost stolen, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats.
I mean, that was a good possession for Oregon Davis. Wasted a lot of time, about a minute, and then gave it to their best, biggest, strongest player on their team.
Out of bounds play, finds it to the hands of Jack Rogers. Skip pass back over to the far side of the floor. Now driving in from 15 feet at the free throw line is no good from Jonas McEwen. Rebounded by DJ Garland. He splits the defenders. Here he comes. Dump off pass. Carson Matthew! Beautiful basketball here at Oregon Davis as the Bobcats are doing so well, 58-36. The Cavs are stunned. It's Jack Rogers at the top of the key. He takes the pick, steps back, picks up his dribble. DJ Garland all over him. Wow. Stolen by Ethan Hewitt as he got his hand in the passing lane, and he takes it coast to coast as Rogers tried to get it to David Height, and Hewitt steals it. Scoop and score for Mr. Hewitt, 60-36. And now here comes David Height, a floater on the inside. Missed, finds it to the hands of Jonas McEwen. Skip pass to Caleb, then back to Jonas, then the near corner. David Height three. No good as it hits the top of the backboard. And it'll be Bobcat basketball with 3:53 to go here in the ball game. I'm interested to hear what head coach Kyle Evans has been saying to his team. Let's check in with sideline reporter Gabby Krause. Gabby, what are you hearing on the Cavs sideline?
Coach Evans hasn't really been saying much. He's just been kind of shaking his head. I mean, he's not too happy with the boys right now.
Yeah, very disappointed is Kyle Evans, as that's our sideline reporter Gabby Krause getting the inside information. On the other end of the floor, Brady Danford couldn't get a shot to go on the inside. He loses it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Bobcats. It'll be Cavalier basketball here. 60-36, 3:40 to go. If you're the Cavs, Justin, I assume you got to go now. You got to get points now on this possession.
Yeah, I mean, this is a key possession. I mean, if I was Jack Rogers, I would. There you go, 3-point shot for him.
Bang!
That's what they should have been doing.
Huge shot from Jack Rogers as he makes the 3-point play. And now here come the Bobcats. It's Swanson up to DJ Garland. Crosses half court. Euro step floater. No good. Fight for the rebound. It's Carson Matthew picking it up, and he gets it up top to Cashton Swanson. Far corner to Brady Danford. Danford inside to the left block. It's Carson Matthew spinning around. No good, but a foul's called, and he will go to the line. Oh man. We have seen a very good ball game from the Bobcats of Oregon Davis. They've been due for a game like this.
Absolutely.
You can tell.
Absolutely. And I just love the way that Carson Matthews.
Don't you?
Matthew, I love the way that he positions himself, his footwork, moving around the basket. It's just a really good post player for his age.
Misses the first of two. As Kankakee Valley REMC, a membership cooperative, is the local electric utility servicing over 18,000 homes and businesses across Lake, Porter, Stark, Pulaski, Marshall, and St. Joseph counties. Dedicated to the community through a mission of service, trust, and innovation, KVREMC is dedicated to ensuring the needs of the community are met with reliability and excellence. Second free throw was missed by Matthew. A fight for the rebound. Saw a foul on the Cavs on the inside, so it's an out-of-bounds play for the Bobcats underneath their own basket. Hewitt gets it up top to DJ Garland and then swings it over to Cashton Swanson. Swanson inside of the right elbow. Carson Matthew, who then finds slashing baseline. Brady Danford couldn't get the layup to go, but he's fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot two now. Crazy few moments there.
Well, you caught me in for 1 second. I said, "Oh no!" Is Danford? He went for the rebound, which was a really great hustle rebound. He got fouled, and then he threw the ball behind his head, a no-look shot. And it didn't go in, but it was A for effort.
Well, now we see both teams walking to the other end of the floor. And we're going to see Connor Matthew check in here. Carson Matthew, I believe, will check out. We'll see here. Assistant head coach Chuck Phillips is getting the official to explain to him what exactly happened. They're going to bring out Brady Danford, and bring in Connor Matthew. I'm not sure either.
Looks like there was a technical called.
So Connor Matthew is going to shoot a technical free throw. So somewhere along the lines, a technical was called. It looks like on the Cavs somewhere along the line. I'm not really sure exactly how this happened, but Connor Matthew is at the line checking in for Brady Danford, who drew the foul evidently, and that's why he's at the line. So evidently the foul must have been on Brady Danford, or that's who they're choosing to put at the line. But Matthew missed both of them, so I doubt that.
I don't know what happened there, but it's a
double technical.
Okay. Man,
so
we're behind,
now Adria Guasp is now at the line. He's going to shoot two. His first is no good. So it was a double technical. Very interesting here. Second free throw from Guasp is no good.
Man,
too hard. 60-39 is the score.
4 missed free throws in a row.
I remind you to stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from any others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call 574-772-5888 to place your order now.
There you go.
So they get it into Jack Rogers. He steps back, pops a three, top of the key, no good, and rebounded by Ethan Hewitt. The Bobcats push it forward to Connor Matthew. Crosses half court. Cashton Swanson finds Carson Matthew on the inside, and the right hand layup goes. It's been that kind of night for the Bobcats, as now on the other end of the floor, it's Guasp getting in there and putting it off the glass, 62-41. 2:30 to go in the ball game. Full court pressure from the Cavs. The Bobcats get it to Carson Matthew, then cross half court to Cashton Swanson. Swanson skip pass to Ethan Hewitt, going inside, puts up the layup, no good, and rebounded by Logan Caudill. Logan picks up his dribble, pushes it forward to Guasp, then to Jack Rogers, near corner three, splash! Huge shot by Jack Rogers, 62-44.
That's his 4-3 of the night.
Full court pressure from the Cavs, and they're going to call him for 5 seconds. Ethan Hewitt held the ball too long. The defense was there for the Cavs.
This is so-called a off night for Jack Rogers. He's got 4 threes.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. It's McEwen getting it into Logan Caudill. Stolen back by DJ Garland. Here comes DJ crossing half court. He's got the ball. Brings it back out to the near corner. Now to Carson Matthew with the right block. Dump off to his brother Connor. And he gets the right-hand layup to go. Man, if you were here to see it, the Bobcats are playing like unbelievable basketball.
I forgot to say his vision, too, is another thing I like.
Know,
his vision
right?
is really good for a post player.
Height gets inside. Floater no good off the glass. Rebounded by Matthew. Carson, and here comes DJ Garland. Floater!
Gosh. Wow.
Stolen back by Cashton Swanson.
Oh, he carried it.
And he carried it.
Can't let him have too much fun. You can't let him flow too much.
Oh,
but, man, they are having themselves a game.
Big time shout out to our sports analyst, Terry Minix. He said we're sounding good in Florida right now.
Oh, boy, Terry.
Your Bobcats are looking very good right now, Terry. 66-44, a minute 15 to go. They have owned this ball game.
They have.
It's David Height crossing half court for the Cavs. He gets it over to Adria Guasp, who's driving inside, brings it back out. Now over to David Height. He drives in, kicks it over to someone new who just checked in, Adam Peterson.
Jack Rogers is out of the game now.
Finds it over to Guasp, no good. Swanson up to Matthew, off the glass, no good. Underneath, hit the underneath side of the backboard, and then it's rebounded by Guasp to cross half court.
There he is.
Peterson, 3.
I see you, young fella.
Shot.
I see you.
The sophomore Adam Peterson. Splash. Big time shot for him. And now on the other end of the floor, the Bobcats have it. Peterson, 5'5", the smallest guy on the floor, and he swished that 3 in the far corner.
That might be generous, that 5'5". No offense to him, but
we are up top.
We are up top. But that's good to see. Even though they're, unfortunately, they're down by 19.
An unfortunate turnover there by the Bobcats. Sees the Cavs take over the last 29.6 seconds here. It's going to be a huge win for the Oregon Davis Bobcats tonight. As driving inside is David Height, getting the right-hand layup to go, making it 66-49 now. Full court pressure from the Cavs. DJ Garland gets it to Carson Matthew. Up to Casey Cook. Cook, he's going to go up, get a right-hand layup. Ooh. No, blocked by Logan Caudill, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. Bobcat basketball. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket here for the last 6.9 seconds.
There's been a lot of Bobcats, too, that have had themselves a pretty good game. They've all chipped in, and they've all earned this victory. It's a really good win on their core in the den.
And they're just going to hold it. They get it up top to DJ Garland. That will be the end of the ball game. 66-49. The Bobcats of Oregon Davis prevail over the Cavs of Culver. Culver swept the Bobcats last year. The Bobcats said, not on our watch in our house this year. It's a new year. What a win it was. 66-49 the final. We're going to talk things over in the Collins Insurance post-game show. Also, big-time shout-out to our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause. She did a fantastic job getting all the inside information. We appreciate her and her broadcasting skills. We're working on them. We're going to take a break and come back. The Collins Insurance post-game show is coming your way. We're going to talk some other games going on in our area. Hopefully catch a word with both our head coaches tonight. So stay tuned. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
66-49 is the final as the Oregon-Davis Bobcats prevail over the Cavaliers of Culver. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Justin Ruff and sideline reporter Gabby Krause. Well, Justin, saw a pretty good game from the Bobcats. They took care of business. Huge win for them. Something that stuck out to you from these Cats?
I mean, we said it right off the bat. Their energy was just top-notch. It was the best that I've seen them. And every time I've seen them play, they have brought the energy. But this
absolutely.
time it was top. It was a really good display in that category. And this offensively, too, I think this is the most they've scored all year. I think the second closest was 56 points.
Yep.
So offensively, they were doing a very good job of moving without the basketball, passing to one another when they did move, and they were attacking that orange rim very well. And
yes,
I think,
they were.
And then you put that hand-to-hand with their really tough defense, making Jack Rogers very uncomfortable, and along with the other good players that Culver has on their team. Just they never found their mojo, they never found their rhythm, and it's just really good display. You know, you can look at it like, you know, with Oregon Davis, you know, how would they answer with not having their head coach and, you know, on right next to them, but you know that does not matter. That just shows how well coached this Oregon Davis team is overall, and it was just a really good ball game by the Bobcats tonight.
Turnovers were an issue for the Bobcats. Unofficially, I had them down as 24, but that didn't matter. They got the win. The Cavs, unofficially, I had them down for 21. Of course, this is all unofficial, but turnovers didn't seem to be the issue for the Bobcats, even though they come away with this big win. I know most coaches would say they don't want that many turnovers. I know you would say you wouldn't want that many turnovers, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
It absolutely is. And again, you know, defensively, like I said, I think kind of made up for that. Just, you know, sticking to the game plan, making, like Coach Larry said, making Jack Rogers pass before he shot it. And, you know, it was just a great job overall on the board, offense and defensively. Yeah, you can, you know, limit those turnovers, but that's something I guarantee the coaching staff for Oregon Davis will look at and, you know, pick out and pinpoint which passes are acceptable and which ones aren't.
Well, we have an opportunity to talk with assistant head coach Chuck Phillips of the Oregon Davis Bobcats. Coach, what a night to take the reins, my man. What a win.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to feel good after that.
You know, Mitch, I do.
You're stunned, too.
But
you knew they could do it.
Absolutely.
You knew it. They had it in them all season long, almost like you've been waiting on a game like this.
We have, where, you know, everything clicked tonight. The whole team, everybody, all our players came and played tonight.
Yep.
They all provided something, a spark. They did something well. The effort, wow.
Defensively.
Yeah. You know, they finally, I think, we had some shots fall. That helped. We had some easy looks. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
But the effort, man, you couldn't ask for more. From that group of kids.
We kept talking all night. You guys did a really good job of focusing on Jack Rogers, but at the same time, not forgetting about the other players. You did good on him, but you also covered some other some other players that you knew you had to keep your eye on.
Right, you know, and Culver does a nice job. They're good with Jack, dribble and penetrate, having those shooters spot up. They do a great job with that. And we did. We were able to contain him for the for the most part, we were able to contain him tonight, to keep him from driving in the lane and finding those shooters out there and spotting up and hitting. Guys, I'm telling you, as a whole, these guys gave it everything they had. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. A fun game to be involved with. We kind of saw hints of that at Triton at the Bi-County. They came out, that effort from the opening tip to the end of the final buzzer. They gave it everything they had. Just, it's clicking, I mean, we got a chance to get a couple wins here coming up.
Yep.
Now's the time when we all know tournament's coming.
Right.
Now you want to be in that groove offensively and defensively, and who knows? We got a great group of kids.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a question for Coach here?
We kind of spoke on it, Coach, that, one of the main reasons why you guys went along with, with your defensive efforts, you guys moved the ball extremely well. We really watched team basketball by your Bobcats tonight. Can you add on to that?
Well, Mother Nature kind of kept us from practicing a lot. But, the opportunity we did have to practice, we kept stressing, Coach Center and I, to this group, they react to the ball.
Right.
It's a controlled chaos is what Culver runs, is what I call it.
Yeah.
But they don't react to you as a person. They react to the ball. Good hard ball fakes, shot fakes, get them shifting, opens up the angles for easy passes, and we executed that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm proud of this group of guys. I couldn't ask for more. Just a great across-the-board effort.
Well, we don't get to talk with assistant head coaches very often, but I can tell you from our talks with head coach Larry Sinnert, he is so happy he has a guy like you in his corner. He told me right before the game how you do such a good job of scouting teams. He said he really feels like he's got the guys he needs on this team, and you being a part of this team, I just really wanted to bring that up with you because I can see it out on the court too. You can tell you genuinely are invested in this, and you want it. You want it just like the boys wanted it tonight on the floor. I mean, you could tell.
And I appreciate Coach Center and the opportunity, and the Oregon Davis School giving me the opportunity to come back in. And I've been away for a while. And I learned from one of the great high school basketball coaches, in my opinion, Craig Teagle. I spent a lot of years with him, and it was about the preparation. It was about when you made a commitment to these kids, you made a 110% commitment to these kids.
Right.
That includes breaking film down, watching other teams, traveling. I do. I appreciate the opportunity. I might not say it, but I really do. It's great to be back in it after a couple of years away.
Well, Coach, boy, you might have to tell Coach Sinner to maybe take a couple more nights off, maybe.
No, thanks.
2 games in one night, guys. Once you reach that certain age of 50, body doesn't recover like it used to, and getting up tomorrow morning and going to work.
So celebrate tonight.
I will celebrate tonight. I've got, ironically, I have 2 game films to watch because we picked up that Hammond School of Science Technology.
Okay.
I got 2 films to start breaking down tonight to have something ready for these kids tomorrow for Friday night. So
there you go.
I'll get some nuggies at McDonald's and a Diet Coke, and here we go.
Sounds like a night, man.
That's going to be a night.
The life of a coach.
That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Big time win.
Good win, Coach.
That is assistant head coach Chuck Phillips here in the Collins Insurance postgame show. We appreciate him. What a win it was for the Bobcats, 66-49. They owned the game from the start, the very start. Big time shout out to public address announcer here at the Bobcat Den, Marvin McDaniel. I got to ask you, Marvin, every time we come here, we hear your voice. You do such a great job announcing and getting fouls called. You saw Justin throughout the game. He popped his ear to hear who was called on the foul. But how long have you been the voice of the Bobcats here in the Den?
This here would be my 5th year.
Fifth year.
For announcing, yep.
And did you graduate from Oregon Davis?
No, I graduated from North Judson.
Oh, boy. Cross-county rival.
My kids attend Oregon Davis, and my wife works here, and I enjoy helping out and doing announcing.
Oh, you do such a good job.
Games, yeah.
And what an atmosphere to do it here in the Den. I mean, you got the banners hanging. And
yeah, it helps a lot more when we're winning like tonight.
They were due for it. They were
Yeah.
due for it. I had a text from Terry Minix. He said he was listening to us all the way in Florida tonight. He said we're coming in loud and clear.
Yep.
You got a shout-out for Terry tonight?
Yeah, I hope he's I hope the weather changes down there and it gets to down in the 30s.
Yeah.
Maybe,
and swing
it's
the
very cold for them, and I hope he has
swing
a good
that
time.
warm weather up here.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on here. That's Marvin McDaniel.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You guys do a great job, as always.
Thanks, we
man.
appreciate that.
Yep.
Public address announcer here at the Bobcat Den, Marvin McDaniel. Well, we got a lot of friends in the area, Justin. We always love talking with everybody at every school. Everyone's so nice to us and accommodating. We also have some other score updates from our area. Of course, the Knox Redskins, they were in action tonight. They are hosting Kankakee Valley. Right now at half, Athletic Director Neil Minix told me KV is up 37-32.
Okay.
So a 5-point ball game for the Knox Redskins. If they hang around,
Oh, yeah.
who knows what could happen in the second half here.
That's pretty. I mean, again, saying what I said earlier, I'm not going to say I'm surprised, but heck, man, that's good though. Kankakee Valley, they're a pretty good team, physical team. And if like you said, they can keep them close. And did I say what quarter that was in? Or?
It was a halftime.
Oh,
at the halftime.
Okay, great.
And
great.
then on the other Stark County team we haven't talked about are the North Judson St. Pierre Lady Blue Jays. They are hosting Pioneer tonight, and the Panthers are leading the Lady Jays with 4 minutes to go in the fourth, 32-26. That was the last text message from Athletic Director Mike Sharkozy I had. And then, of course, we talked about it earlier. The Tri-Township Lady Tigers beat the South Central Lady Satellites 43-29 as they become the Porter County Conference Tournament champions.
Sounds good.
First time since 1987. Wasn't that the year Hoosiers came out in theaters?
Well, I do know that's the last time that the Hoosiers won a national championship. In
well, of course you would know that.
So that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But no, good for them though to win that one. And
it's huge. It's huge for them.
Yeah.
And then, like we talked with Chris, they got to turn right around and play South Central on Friday because that was their regularly scheduled game throughout the season. Just a weird turnaround there. We had a chance to talk with head coach Chris McGowan in the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. If you missed the interview, you missed a good one. Chris McGowan, so proud of his girls. He said they came out and played the way they're supposed to play. And I love when coaches say that. That to me tells me that what they saw on the floor is exactly what they've been preaching to their players all season long of what they want to see out of them.
Yeah, and they've been doing it for a while now this year. Again, in with only one loss, and they kind of had redemption on them, and possibly could have round 3 if things work out for them, and they can meet them in the sectionals.
Absolutely.
That would be a good
Wouldn't
one.
That be? It'd be a man. That would be crazy.
A fun one to do and watch. But it's just you just got to stay focused. I'm sure that his girls know that, and focus on South Central and keep the wheels turning.
Well, we're going to take a break and come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. 66-49 was the final as the Oregon Davis Bobcats beat the Culver Cavaliers. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Our Stark County Co-op play of the game. Justin, what are you thinking for us tonight?
I think it has to go with Carson Matthew. Kind of stood out to me. It was 54-36 in the fourth quarter. Culver was starting to have that comeback, showing a little bit of life, and it was an out-of-bounds play for Culver. Jack Rogers had a beautiful backdoor cut. He had a wide-open layup, but here came Carson Matthew blocking that. Oregon Davis got the ball, and the next 3 possessions they scored, have a 6-0 run. That kind of shut the door on Culver, and but that momentum after that block kind of swung the whole thing. But no, not today in the Den. We're taking this. We're keeping this home, baby.
Not today in the Den, as the Bobcats prevail. Good job on that Stark County Co-op play of the game. That was honestly, the way you just said it, now I'm remembering it. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Could you close your eyes?
You're exactly right. That is exactly how I would say. I would call it the same way. So congratulations on that play for being named our Stark County Co-op play of the game. Stay tuned. Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care, closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care, closer to home.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch.
It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Well, what are you thinking, Jay?
I think it has to go with the 6'6" junior Carson Matthew, the big boy in the interior. Hey, he did have himself a game. Lots of Bobcats did, but he had 17 points unofficially, 7 rebounds. He was 5 for 7 on the free throw line. Did a great job in the interior, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end. He's our player of the game, Carson Matthew.
I agree. And, his footwork is very good down there on the block. And, Coach Minix has talked to us about, or sports analyst Minix has talked to us about multiple times about Carson Matthew. When he gets the ball up at the top of the key, that's not where you want a guy like that.
Right.
With his footwork, you want down on the block, maybe 1 or 2 dribbles, turnaround shot from the post. And that's his bread and butter, baby.
Right.
I mean, you saw it all night long, and he had 17 points.
17 points. And that I did not count the assist. He had many opportunities where he caught on the free throw line, faced the hoop. He saw his brother a couple times. Yep. He saw Frazier. So he had a few assists as well. And like I said, there's other Bobcats that stepped up as well. DJ Garland, Hewitt with 15. Connor Matthew, Carson's brother, he had 8. So just an overall team effort. Team effort by the Bobcats, but it was led by Carson Matthew.
I've actually never been to a game where I would say, how am I wanting to word this? It was so exciting all the way to the finish, but yet it was as big of a lead it was for the Bobcats. I think it's because everyone in the gym thought at some point the Cavs are going to make a run on the Bobcats, and the Bobcats just didn't allow that to happen. And I think it was the first time that I realized when I looked up at the score, wow, this is a bigger deficit than it feels.
Right.
Would you see what I'm saying?
I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, they put, you could tell, but they put too much effort in it for it to collapse like other people thought was going to happen. It's like you build a sandcastle,
right?
And you don't want the younger sibling to knock it down. So
exactly.
You're like, no, you defend it. It's kind of a weird analogy,
right.
but
but I see what you're saying. Well, what a game it was as the Bobcats beat the Cavs of Culver. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. I invite you to stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Tonight's broadcast has also been brought to you in part by NEPCO Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Today's broadcast is finally brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. 66-49 is the final as KVB's WKVI Sports is back in action right away tomorrow night, as this was our first of 3 broadcasts in a row this week. We will be in Winamac tomorrow night for our rescheduled broadcast between the Winamac Warriors and the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. We're going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us each weekend for the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you missed the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Follow us on social media for everything sports related in your area 24/7, 365, right at your fingertips on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter, at KVB Sports, and on Facebook, of course, at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Justin.
I'm excited to see your beautiful face tomorrow and the next day. My next 2 games should be exciting. They're exciting for me as a player and a coach to be an announcer for the North Judson and Winamac, and then Winamac West Central, 2 of my favorite games. Yeah. I'm excited, Mitch.
Oh, I'm excited too. And one thing that I really like about this week is we're covering all of our area teams.
Right.
All of our area teams are facing off against each other this week. The Oregon Davis Bobcats versus the Cavs of Culver. Tomorrow, the Winamac Warriors versus the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. And then Friday, that cross-county rivalry between the Winamac Warriors and the West Central Trojans. You got any good stories for us about that big rivalry game?
I do, but not on air.
Nothing you want to share?
No comment on the air.
Boy, I was trying to set the table here for Friday. Last year, we didn't get this game in. We weren't able to schedule the cross-county rivalry between the Trojans and the Warriors. Of course, this year I made sure we got that on the schedule.
Got to.
So I am very excited to get to the Trojan Trench this Friday. But first things first, tomorrow we see the Winamac Warriors host the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. Our final in this one tonight in the Bobcat Den. The Oregon Davis Bobcats beat the Cavs of Culver 66-49. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our sports analyst, Justin Ruff, our sideline reporter, Gabby Krause, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three and a big